Hey, we've traveled all the way to the Netherlands to visit Eric. Eric, we really appreciate you having us here, and hey, I'm getting to see a Kubota. Now this Kubota is not just your average everyday Kubota. It's got all kinds of options on it. Some options that aren't even available in the US, and some options that aren't available anywhere outside of Eric.
Yeah.
So tell us what you got here, Eric.
It's a B2350.
Yeah?
It's a common kind here in the Netherlands
Okay.
because of the low.
So that's
horsepower.
a 23 horsepower,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Okay. Same size as the B series in the US, just a little less horsepower.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the US they have the
26 and the 33.
Yeah.
Now this one's got a snow blade on the front, and that snow blade is connected to a 3-point hitch. And you said the 3-point hitch is not a Kubota branded 3-point hitch, it's an aftermarket.
yeah.
Okay.
But it fits perfectly.
Okay, made specifically for, and now you've got the hydraulic angle, and you're ready for snow.
Yeah.
Have you had any?
Well, once
One snow?
this year.
Hey, show me what you got on the back here.
It's a little sprayer for the salt water for the ice and the snow.
Now it goes, how wide does it go out?
It's 6 meters.
It's interesting, we don't see a lot of liquid salt water sprayed in the US. Usually it's rock salt.
It works immediately. When you put salt on it, it first has to react with the icy condition, and then it works. But this is
It works immediately. Okay.
and you have to the whole width is covered.
Not just one
So
little
it's
spot.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I wouldn't have thought of trying to do that with a little tractor. So this is your trailer.
Yeah.
Is it big enough to haul your tractor?
It's big enough. Yeah.
Okay. Now it looks like it has brakes on it, but it looks like it's what we would call the surge brakes.
It brakes with a cylinder in it.
And so when you
So
stop,
when the car stops, it pulls together and the brake works.
okay. Now does that work well?
It works well.
Okay.
But it's only when you brake with the car itself.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly when you do, it
Little
brakes
delay.
very firm.
Okay.
So you
It's
cannot
not real.
adjust it
Okay.
very well.
Now is this a dump trailer?
No, this is
Okay.
regular.
And this is a tiller, but it's a reverse
Tiller,
power.
but yeah, with all those pins, it works even better.
Okay.
Because they put the grass or what you're tilling
Yeah.
first on the ground,
Uh-huh.
and then the loose soil above
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so the reverse tine works, you like it a lot better.
It's not only reverse, but it's more than that. The big lumps and the smaller ones, the finer ones, go to the.
So I don't know if we'll be able to show it with the camera because it's dark under there, but it looks sort of like fingers, like a harrow, a real stiff one that would be right behind the tiller, the counter-rotating tines, and that will hold that grass down in there and force it to continue to be tilled, and the bigger dirt like that. Now this is just a carrier, right?
This is the ground bucket
Okay.
for the rear.
Now I think I saw this one on YouTube. This is an amazing machine.
Yeah.
Tell me what this is and how it works.
Instead of plowing, they use this.
I mean, it looks like an oversized tiller with huge
Yeah, but
spades on
the
it.
speed is very slow,
Okay.
so they mix the ground
And then
very nicely.
how deep do you run these? Maybe like this?
Yeah.
Oh.
They can go 40, but yeah, it's
40 centimeters,
That's true.
okay. Yeah. I'd like to try one of those. And it's got a little
then
interesting roller on it.
teeth. They put the big lumps further in the ground, so you have 2 inches of nice soil.
Kind of packed soil, isn't it?
Yeah, to seed.
So you're ready to seed when you run over with this.
Yes.
What is this thing, Eric?
This is a flow mower with collection.
A flail mower
Yeah.
with a collection unit.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a bagger back here. It holds the grass or whatever you've mowed.
Yeah. Mostly
Okay.
I use this one for the moss.
The moss, okay.
And there are little knives in it. They put little slots in the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not very much in the ground, but a little bit above.
Yeah.
And that
Just
tears
a
the
little.
moss loose
Yeah.
and takes it away.
Okay.
So we have a nice
Okay. So
loose soil.
so
with-
because of
with
the because of the weather here, you get that moss down in your
Yeah.
grass, and it kind of prevents your grass from growing.
Yeah.
So then you run this thing through, kind of like we would an aerator, but this is
Yeah.
probably a little more aggressive, maybe. And then you get that moss up, and you take it off and just get it out of there.
Yeah. And then you put manure on it so it can grow. Mostly in the springtime or in the fall that you use this.
So maybe once per year or twice per year.
Yeah. It's a Peruso. It's an Italian made,
Okay.
but they sell them as well as in the Kubota colors.
This is a cedar. It's just a rolling basket, and then it
Yeah.
looks like it's got a little bit of an auger in there. Does the auger rotate or does it stay constant?
It's
all.
rotating,
Just
yeah.
a little
and
rotating.
it drives
Yeah, that's what ground drives the cedar.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's PTO driven. What is the PTO driving?
The PTO is for the teeth in the front. It makes it levels the ground.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Okay, and they
So
just kind
these
of
are
go back and forth? or-
By the two, they're turning.
Okay. Now these have always been popular in Europe, haven't they? These
Yeah.
teeth like this.
Yes.
We had those introduced on the farm back in the 70s. For those of you that are on the farm, it was called a Lili Rotera.
Yeah.
Does that name sound
Yeah,
familiar
yeah.
to you? And a couple of guys in the area got them, and they seemed like they required a lot of maintenance and they required a lot of horsepower, and so they quickly disappeared.
Yeah.
Nobody used them anymore.
I think that the acres in the US are too big for such machines like that. But they have them over here, but they're 6 meters wide.
6 meters, that'd be 19 feet. That would require a pretty
But
big tractor.
it had to be on clay ground,
Okay,
or else you have too much lumps for your seeder,
okay.
so it won't work. So you have to or this or with a tiller.
So you do similar kind of work that we do on our channel.
Yes.
Just some helping people get lawns started and clean up their lawns. And how much does something like that cost?
This one was a bargain at the auction sale.
Okay. Did you check the title to make sure?
Tricky no, I thought it was a second used one, but I asked someone else and they said no, it's a brand new one. And for the price, yeah, I couldn't believe it, but I bid on it and I thought it never worked.
Yeah.
So I came back later that evening and you're the owner.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I had that happen once, except turns out I wasn't the owner.
But it was before.
Have to learn your lesson sometime.
Yeah.
Now this is a 3-point hitch. It's a flail mower, right?
Yes.
But it extends out to the side and tilts downward.
I think what they call offset flail
Offset
mower.
mower?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can mow ditch banks and.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I put the 60-inch mid-mounted mower on it
Uh-huh.
and I
Extend
extended this
this?
one to the side, it mows.
2 strips.
Yeah, it overlaps a little
Okay.
bit.
Now, does it make your tractor too tipsy?
No, this one doesn't.
Okay. The BX it did.
The BX it did, yeah.
So just to bring the viewers up to date, you had a BX before you got the
Yeah.
B2350. Okay. And it was a BX 2350 as
Yeah.
well. So it's the same engine
It's the
probably.
same engine. Yeah, this engine is a little bit bigger on the CCs.
Yeah. Okay.
It comes from 900 so far to 1200 now, but it's a
Okay.
little bit stronger
And just that bigger size gives you more
and
stability.
more torque.
I think one of these would be nice. I like this. I think we've demonstrated with that Ventrac.
It's a
being
little
able
bit
to
similar,
reach
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, can you go up with it as well?
I can put them straight up. I can do hedges or something with it.
Okay. Now this back here looks like your grandfather's tiller.
It's my first.
It is your father's tiller, no joke. Wow.
And the first one for I used that on my BX.
Now the tines on it are quite worn.
Yeah.
It
but
is.
it's a little, we call it here a Japanese tiller. More for the rice fields.
Okay, so just the way the tines aren't quite as aggressive. They
No.
don't cup in there.
A little bit, yeah. But I used it on grass before I cut the other tiller.
Yeah.
But when you drive slow enough, it works perfectly.
Well, that's a.
And I made it especially for the BX.
Yeah, it's got the narrow.
And because the standard points were out here.
Oh, okay.
And then you have a hill, a little PTO shaft.
Yeah.
Yeah, they call it here it was standard, was it a 2-point hitch?
Okay.
And now it's a 3-point.
So what would the 2-point hitch have been?
2-point hitch had
Was it like the old farm
the
model?
arms, but it only uses the upper.
Yeah. Was that a farm all or a case, or was it a Kubota as well?
This was by an Iseki.
Iseki, okay. And then the Iseki had tractors that had that 2-point
Yeah,
hitch?
yeah.
Okay.
Kubota as well.
Oh, they had
With
that?
all the
Okay.
systems, yeah.
Oh, very nice tour. It's too bad it's too wet for us to be able to get some of this out and play with it.
You're orange.
I'm orange. Hey, it's bigger than Johnny. I mean, just physically bigger than Johnny. I think maybe physically a bit bigger yet than the 2025R. I have no idea about the capacities, you know, as far as lift capacity, but it does have individual brakes, which the 2025R doesn't. So it doesn't really have a direct competitor, at least in the US, from John Deere, because it's got the features of the 2032R and maybe the size, at least the height, than all of the 2032 and 2038. I think it's still narrower than those maybe, but it doesn't have quite the horsepower, so it stays under that 25 horsepower range. It seems like a nice compromise.
I like the ground clearance.
It's a very high ground clearance, yeah. For the work you do, that probably works pretty well for you.
Yeah, that's why I bought this one before I had other Spader.
Yeah.
That was
that's
smaller
Spader.
and stuck on the ground.
Yeah, that Spader there, you wouldn't have been able to pick it up with your BX, that big one.
No, this one is specially bought for this one.
You've got this thing so customized. I feel like it's the Back to the Future DeLorean or something, you know? Did you ever see that movie, Back to the Future? Maybe if I get it up to 88 miles an hour, I'll take off somewhere. You can spray, it looks like several different widths you can do. You've got, this looks a little bit custom. This is Eric, an Eric option.
This is one which is 2 meters.
Uh-huh.
And then you can have 4 or 6.
Oh, okay, so you can actually fold this out.
And then mostly I do it this way. So I turn this one off.
Uh-huh.
But you can also...
Do you do this for your business? Do you spray salt for business, or is that just on your own?
No, more hobby, yeah.
Okay. I see how it's done now. It's it seemed a little bit hard to pull there, but that's for a reason. It's all spring loaded. If you would happen to hit something with that, it would just bend backwards. It wouldn't actually bend it. It would just break away. So you spray salt water on roads and on just your parking areas, like this area right here.
Yeah.
You would spray. We need to see this quick attach mechanism. This is something that's different than in the States. This quick attach, you've replaced the end of the arm here. You've cut that off and welded a new piece on there, right? It's got a little latch there, and so you pull that up, and then you can just lower the arm right out of there.
Yeah.
Now that's fascinating because that's the way in the USA the old Oliver tractors worked like this. They had a little thumb, so theirs was like this, and the thumb would close down over the top.
Yeah, it's the same like the big tractors here in the Netherlands and Europe has, but only the pins and the balls are getting bigger.
Yeah, so they use the same clip. They don't ever go all the way over, or
No. And most of the time you don't
have
push
any
him
down
in the ground,
pressure.
but
Yeah.
it's only for lifting.
And it looks like the other part is these pins have you have this piece of flange here that guides your lift arm in there, so it makes it even easier. Now, we didn't have that when I was a kid.
Now, most of the time I use without the flange.
Oh, okay.
So I have my centimeters and I put it before
you ever back up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I set it in the right width.
So do you find that a lot of the attachments are different widths?
Yes.
Okay.
Most of them are, yeah.
So the American style quick hits just wouldn't be appropriate at all, would it? It wouldn't
No.
work for you.
No.
Now, these tires, do you like them? They look a little bit like a turf tire, but sort of not quite. Do you like them?
Yeah, I love them. It was the first time you couldn't get it on officially.
Uh-huh. And what do
It
they
was-
call them?
I think T3 Plus.
T3 Plus. I think I've heard that term before too. And so they got a pretty good traction, but yet they don't really tear up a yard too much, right?
No.
I think the newer 2 Series Deers offer that look of a tire. It may not be the same exact brand, I don't know. But. So I just have to ask,
Yeah.
do you like the treadle pedal?
Yeah, I used to it, but
You're used to it.
yeah, for the loader I like it a lot.
So how do you use it? Do you use your heel to drive, or do you hook your toe under it?
Different ways. In the mowing, I use him like this.
Yeah.
With the FVL, I do it like this.
Okay. So if while you're mowing you need to go backwards, do you put your toe under it, or do you pick it up and?
No, mostly or just.
Okay. Because
Big
the
change.
Kubota dealer that I use, he hooked his toe under it
Yeah, so.
and pulled it up.
Yeah, but when you want to go forward, you have to. It's easy to.
I'm going to have
But-
to convince you that there is another color tractor that doesn't have all that complexity, Eric.
I know.
You know, it's funny.
Kubota has it on the bigger ones.
Oh, do they? They
Yeah.
went to the 2 pedals.
Yeah.
Eric and I laugh about this. We'll show you his car in a minute, but Eric is a huge Kubota fan, but we both have the same attitude that it doesn't really matter what brand of tractor you have. We enjoy each other's equipment and we enjoy being friends, and it really doesn't matter. Some people seem to be so overdone and overpassionate about the brand of your tractor. Well, you know what? They're all a lot of fun and they get a lot of work done. Eric's been a subscriber for probably close to 3 years. I would say maybe one of the first 100 or 200 subscribers we had. I don't exactly remember. When he found out that Catriel was going to be coming to the Netherlands, he immediately contacted me and said, "Hey, where's that going to be?" I couldn't pronounce the name of the university.
Wageningen Universiteit. Yeah.
Wageningen.
Wageningen. We're still trying to get used to the language. So far, we're really enjoying our time here. We appreciate you showing us around and showing us all your attachments for your little tractor, and what a nice tractor. Just a beautiful area here. And you and your family have lived on your property. This is your uncle's property we're on right now.
Yeah.
But you've lived on your property that we were showing you a few minutes ago. How many generations?
Decades.
You said maybe 3 or 4
3,
generations?
4, yeah.
Wow. So a lot of history. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Eric's on Facebook. He has a couple of YouTube videos. Eric Jansen, I believe is your channel name, on YouTube. He's got a video of that Spader. You've got to check that out. I'll try to put a link to that in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim. How are you enjoying it, Catriel?
It's good. I like Stroop waffles.
Stroopwafels.
Yeah, stroopwafels. They're very good. We had one the other night, except Christy threw mine away.
Shame.
She thought I was too big in the tummy, I think.